Hey everyone, it's Fun Around, and my name is Jordan, and we are off to an exciting Thursday night football game for Week 7 of the NFL. I'm going to jump right into this. You'll see images that come up on the screen. Those will be from a data app called Outlier. There will be a link in the description. It'll give you a 7-day free trial for Outlier. So we have the Denver Broncos at New Orleans, so we shouldn't have to worry about any weather or anything like that. My first pick is going to be Spencer Rattler over 0.5 interceptions at -130. He threw 2 interceptions in his first start ever last week against Tampa Bay. And if you remember Spencer Rattler throughout his college career, he at one point was on mock drafts. He was the top pick when he was at Oklahoma. And then he just kind of fell off. He went to South Carolina, couldn't really find it, but here he is in New Orleans and getting a start last week, took 5 sacks and threw 2 interceptions. So now he has the Broncos, who get the 10th most interceptions in the NFL. And to go on top of that, he will not have Chris Olave or Rashid Shaheed, his top 2 receivers. Alvin Kamara is also banged up. I'm reading they might hold back on his workload a little bit. Looks like Taysom Hill might be out. There's not much help there for Spencer Rattler up against this Denver Broncos defense, who aren't awful. And when it comes to pressure for quarterbacks for the Saints, Derek Carr, when he was playing, they were actually top 5 for sacks allowed. So not many sacks allowed at all. But Spencer Rattler comes in and they give up 5 sacks. So that means he's just holding the ball too long. He's trying to process the defense. It's just everything's moving way too fast for him right now because he's, a rookie, which is expected. So when you look at Denver's defense, they are 4th in quarterback hits and 11th in quarterback hurries. So I don't expect Spencer Rattler to, just get everything in 1 week and then be, just an amazing pro. It's going to take some time for him. And I'm looking for him to throw another interception here with some pressure on him once again, with not much help, and receivers may not be getting open for him. Could be a tough day for Spencer Rattler. Could be a tough day for both quarterbacks. This is just not that great of a matchup. The offenses are amazing. The defenses are actually not that bad. They're pretty solid. So my second pick is going to be Zach Allen of the Broncos, defensive end over 0.25 sacks. On Outliers, it just says 0.2, but they mean 0.25. He just needs a half sack to go over this line. It's at -125. He's gone over in 4 out of 6 games. The Broncos are ranked 3rd in sacks this season, and they actually have 3 players in the top 20 for sacks. So with Spencer Rattler holding on to the ball, trying to process, maybe trying to extend plays, maybe his first read, second read are covered, and he tries to, extend a play, he's going to get sacked. So there's actually a few guys you could take here to get a sack. But I'm going to go with Zach Allen, the defensive end, the pass rusher, who's always going to be going after him. There's some linebackers you could go for who do get a decent amount of sacks when they do blitz, and I imagine Denver will be putting a ton of pressure on him, trying to, get him to make those reads, and they'll also be, faking the pressure and all that. But Zach Allen will always be going after him when he is going to pass. So I like him for a sack. He's gone over in 4 out of 6 games this season. So if you guys could, please like the video, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? Could you just put a 7 for week 7, and that helps get this video out there for more people to see. Thank you to anyone who does that. And also, if you'd like to get away from an app like Prizepicks and get some more options, check out Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, and ChalkBoard. Use promo code FINDAROUND11 on any of these. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. There are links in the description. I'll take you straight there with the promo code. Thank you to anyone who uses those. So on the other side of things, like I said, Bo Nix may not have that great of a day also. So I do like Bo Nix over 0.5 interceptions at -135. He has gone over this in 3 out of 6 games. He threw interceptions in his first 2 games. Looks like he had like a good stretch there, and then he threw a pick last week. The Saints defense is actually pretty solid, especially when it comes to forcing turnovers. They are second in the league with with getting interceptions, and they have got an interception in every single game this season. Part of that is getting pressure. They are ranked 4th in quarterback hurries. So I'm looking for Bo Nix to have a tough time here on the road in New Orleans to throw an interception. So looking for both quarterbacks throwing an interception, and Spencer Rattler to go down a few times from the Broncos defense. So I have a note here. I said this is probably going to be an ugly Thursday night football game. I know we've had a lot of ugly Thursday night football games so far this season, and I don't think this is going to be an exception. I could be wrong. This could be a shootout and a ton of receivers and running backs go over, but I'm going with the ugly games. So if you'd like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. Conversation will be going on about NFL, and then we have NBA coming up in less than a week. I cannot wait to get back to the NBA. That Discord is free. Just hop on in there, bring your research with other people bringing their research. And then for a recap for week 6, actually was pretty solid. I had DeAndre Swift of the Bears over 20.5 receiving yards. That was a morning game. He hit that. Then Stephon Diggs over 5.5 receptions because Nico Collins was out. He hit that. Chuba Hubbard of the Panthers for 59.5 rushing yards, and he went over that. He got over 90 rushing yards. David Montgomery for an anytime touchdown. He ended up with 2 of them. And then Darius Slayton of the Giants for 47.5 yards on the over. He had 47 yards, and then Chase Brown went ahead and scored a touchdown, and Slayton was able to get another catch late there in the game to not hook on this, but I know plenty of other people had lines that are a little bit higher, so he was able to hit for them. And then Zach Moss of the Bengals was not able to get it done with receiving yards at 13.5. He got a fumble a little later in the game, and he got benched after that. He didn't play much. I did see him out there in the victory formation, so that's good for him. So it was a 5-1 day. Almost had the 6-0 sweep, but I'll definitely be taking that logic and applying it to week 7, and hopefully we have a good week 7 right before the NBA starts, which I am definitely excited for the NBA. Hopefully they come out with some soft lines to start out, but it's usually how it works. The first week or so seems pretty easy. Everyone gets hyped up, and then the lines get sharper, blowouts start happening, all that stuff. But hopefully the first week goes really well for NBA. So if you tell any of these picks, I hope you do well. God bless you all. It's the final round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.